I worked at Bircham Colliery from the mine from 1979 to 1985. It was different from other pits. There was a very good atmosphere down there, and it was a bond between the people. Anything could be said and it wouldn't be taken to heart, just because you were down the pit. It was great for me because I like to write poetry about the other miners I worked with, and then I would joke about their mannerisms and quirks openly through my poems. I would read my poems out to them through the intercom, even if they didn't want to hear it. In March 1984 we had the miners' strike, and I was an active supporter. The media were over-publicising the strike, making it impossible to take a break from it all. After the strike I wrote many poems dedicated to my old mining colleagues and compiled them into a small book, which I sold to raise money for the sacked and striking miners. I sold 500 and made £250. This is a part of a poem called Bircham Pit Bottom. It was cold, it was wet, it was noisy and rotten, but I cherish the memory of Bircham Pit Bottom. It's all over now, but was good while it lasted. I remember Mark Davis and his dad, Fred the Bastard. There was Emma, Eric, John, the Whip and Gordon, Mike Hett, Magoo and Big Dennis Morgan. They were all rough and ready, some small, some burly, 10 pints, Tommy Reed, Mike Devaney and Shirley. They were all good comrades, honest and true, except Japke Pem, conservative blue. Where else could you find men like Lily and Lucas? They're as wise as the old man from China, Confucius. Then there was Alf. If you asked for a lift, you wouldn't get one if you waited all shift. The area men, they were there for a while. Big Roy and Tony, I admired their style. They said 4 hours travelling and 3, that's 7. So they came down at 8 and went up at 11. Joe 90, Paul Ignat and Eric Baker. Front dogs, Rams, Main Cole and Quaker. The night shift onsetters, Emrys and Fred, stirred so little we thought they were dead. The electrical department had Dave Felton and Chris, but the fitting department, you best give it a miss. Find worse fitters than these if you can. There are no better bluffers than Howell and Stan. The story of Bircham surely would never be complete without mention of Trevor. Many years ago, when they sank the shaft, they found Trevor down there having a laugh. He said, "Carry on working while I bluff with this oil." He was clearly scared by the sweat and the toil. And what of the bosses, Simons, Kersley and Jack? The three of them thought we had phones on our back. Sometimes at night when I cannot sleep, I see ghosts from the past, Jim the Liar, Phil Creep, and here's two that I nearly forgot. Two Ronnies, Ron the Brick and Ron Snot. The writing was already on the wall, we were only waiting for the axe to fall. The decision was taken to put the lid on, and now it's quite sad that the colliery's gone.